Greetings and welcome. TFT Tarot for today. This is Goth Tarot, and I'm Oberon, and I'm here to give you your admission to the program. Today we're going to go into the Carnival of Souls. I don't know if you can see that there. It's my new Oracle deck, Mother Mort's Carnival of Souls. There she is right there. So yes, I have your ticket. Let's get going. I'm going to use the Mother Mort as our last card as a message for guidance. So we're going to do our regular reading. All right, here we go. So as usual, we start off with our simple card reading for the Goth community. And I'm going to use my Gothic Tarot to set the mood. And we want to see what is just the dark that is around us now. I'm just going to call this one the dark, not the dark design, just the dark that is around us now. So it is environmental, it is about those kind of things. All right. And the darkness around us is the lovers. There are questions, perhaps, about our relationship. It could be our primary relationship. It could be the relationship that means the most to us. It could be a default of other kinds of relationships, perhaps. But the question seems to be, are we being served? Does your relationship uphold for you? And I like the idea that maybe there's some darkness in the relationship, you know? Questions about where you're going, questions about choices. I'm just going to stick that one over there now. And for our next card, then, we want to see what is the dark light. The light that we can see, the light that maybe will illuminate what the questions really are. So I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot for this. I know a number of people like this deck a lot. I won't mention them here, but they are associates of mine. All right, and that card, the Dark Light, what we need to see or what we may be able to see, and it's the Knight of Wands. It's upright. Knight of Wands. Someone is coming along that maybe can save the day for us, especially in the context of that first question, some possible changes in relationships or questions about which relationship, etc. So the Knight of Wands represents perhaps an ally, perhaps somebody else who's coming in a sense of a relationship. You know, wands can be captivating, charismatic, confident, brave persons. Is it possible that somebody is coming in to change the relationship, either by creating a new one with you or somehow, or are you interacting with this person for allyship in the relationship? There's a little bit of a puzzle here for me. I'm going to move on to the next card. And that is just the dark, which I use the Black Tarot for. And these are the things you don't see. These are the things that you should probably most be concerned with. When I look at the Knight of Wands, you may realize who this person is. This person is most likely a friend or an ally. What they have to do to help you with your relationship is not necessarily clear to me at this point. Is this the indication of maybe another kind of relationship that goes along with the first one? You know, sometimes people have overlapping relationships that may be called polyamory, or in the olden days it was called swingers, or it could have been called open marriages, adultery, or cheating. TFT does not necessarily condone these things. I certainly don't. So although you may see this ally or this person who's possibly coming to you in a relationship or coming to interfere with your relationship, what is it you don't see? And that is the Two of Pentacles reversed. And I'm wondering now if the idea that if we are having questions about our relationship and maybe we're thinking of other possibilities or we're thinking of somebody else who's coming towards us, this is going to create more problems. The Two of Pentacles reverse says, even if you are, you know, I get it, people do have polyamorous relationships, but they're a lot of work. I think as you get older, away from your 20s or 30s, you realize that it's hard enough to satisfy one person in your life, and sometimes you just can't satisfy too many other people, especially at that same level. Yeah, some people have done it. One of my namesakes has done that, and I think that's great. But most people aren't that open-minded to the degree that they can have these kind of acceptances. It takes a really strong ego, maybe, to accept certain variations in romance or to understand where you sit in the struggle. You know, the Two of Pentacles reverse could be saying that your relationship is really, really difficult. It's a lot to handle. And you may be wanting to rely upon somebody else to help you with that. That may or may not be a good thing. Okay, so I promised to move on to some advice. That's coming from my new deck, Mother Mort's Carnival of Souls. It's a lovely book. I did an unboxing for it a month or so back. It's got a second booklet that tells stories about the deck, and the cards are really very nice. They're gold gilded. So let's shuffle them up. Let's break them out for the first time. What is the advice that we need here in this situation? You know, it looks like our relationship, either a personal relationship or a relationship with life or aspects of life, has some issues. Some of those could be a provocateur trying to squeeze in there. What is the advice of the Carnival of Souls? Worm tongue. Worm tongue. So you can actually see it in both cameras. Okay, I'm going to give you the backstory too, because this is all about a little self-contained story where the cards maybe have a bit of resonance. A crow flies down and perches on a bin a few steps from you. It stares straight at you as if addressing you directly and squawks the word worm tongue. Its small dark eyes appear almost human. In the cautionary tale of Worm Tongue, a nasty, spoiled boy steals from a traveling street performer. The performer asks the boy for a simple apology and the return of the item, saying that all would be forgiven and forgotten. But the boy laughs, claiming that as the mayor's son, he can do whatever he likes. The performer smiles and tells the boy he would be seeing him soon, and vanishes into thin air. That night, the boy feels the pain of 1,000 feathers piercing his skin from the inside. He feels his bones crack and grind as he becomes smaller and smaller. Every time he tries to yell to his rich parents for help, all he can do is squawk, "Worm tongue! Worm tongue!" This card serves as a motivation to be honest with yourself and others. If you come into conflict soon and ask yourself, is my ego getting in the way of honesty? Is this conflict truly worth the repercussions of a fight? Right the wrongs that a lie has sown. If not, the harvest will never yield good fruits. And, you know, Goth Tarot readings, they may not resonate exactly to every single person watching. I'm overjoyed when people tell me, you know, they're getting a lot out of it. But I think this really does work pretty perfectly with the overall reading here, because I picked up on it that there's some sense of maybe an affair or a challenge in the relationship. It may not be an affair, but it may be that there's something that is hidden or untruthful in the relationship causing problems. And of course, that's what Worm Tongue is talking about. That if we have lied about something important in a relationship, it's giving us a burden here that's really hard for us to bear, you know, keeping the secret. Maybe the Knight of Wands serves as the good angel telling you to come clean. I could sort of see that. It's something you do know, and it may say, truth and honesty and confidence will really win the day. But you got to start by maybe correcting the problems. So, Goth folks everywhere, be honest with yourself especially, but also with those whose lives intermesh with your own. So that's it for Goth Tarot. Don't forget to watch my emotional exchanges on Friday morning. But remember, there are no live shows for the rest of the week. There's no Thursday night show tomorrow night, and there's no happy hour. We will be back for a live show on Sunday, and I'll see you then. Take care.